I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to talk about fit model, and we're going to go into this criteria a little bit more, try to talk about this, give you better insight to all of you out there who want to get into the space of competing or are already competing. This is the channel where I teach you everything you need to know, and we're going to keep on the updates on fit model division, talk a lot more about this. So if you're interested in that division or competing in general, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I got tons and tons of great content coming at you, all right? So let's get down to this. So fit model division has just basically been announced. Yesterday comes out. It's starting pretty quickly. It's going to be a part of all 2025 competition schedules for the most part, it would appear. There's going to be, it going to nationals. There's going to be pros in this division, and then in the following year it's going to be added to Olympia, it would appear. So definitely going to be a very exciting time and a new opportunity for a lot of you out there that may not have got to the competition stage or got away from it to come back. But let's talk a little bit about what this is and where it actually fits, because I know there's a lot of confusion about this division right now. I've seen a lot of very mixed reactions about it. Seems like there's some people that are loving it, die hard for it, and then there's a ton of people that are the opposite, not liking it, don't like the idea, don't see why we need to bring it in. So let's talk about what this is. So fit model, right? In the ladder of the female divisions is now at the bottom tier. So previously it was bikini that was at that bottom tier, right? Bikini being the hourglass shape, the muscle development, and the conditioning that you had to have. Now the reason it was that bottom tier was because above that would then be wellness with more lower body muscle. So it's bigger, so it's more muscular, and therefore it's kind of above that in a way. However, they're pretty neck and neck. Then we move into figure, right? Figure's bigger, it's leaner. Above that would be women's physique. It's bigger than figure, it's leaner than figure. And then above that, obviously, is the pinnacle of women's bodybuilding, which is women's bodybuilding. Go figure. The biggest, the leanest, right? So bikini was previously the very bottom kind of entry tier in that way, right? Where you could get into it without having to be extremely lean or extremely developed like a women's, physique competitor, so on and so forth. Now fit model comes into play and it brings it down. So fit model is now below bikini in what you need to be as far as muscle goes and as far as conditioning goes, right? So a lot of people right at the gate very excited about that idea. A lot of bikini competitors right at the gate are like, what should I be going there? I want to go there. And then everybody's looking at the division rules page or any of the videos going around of Ashley K from 2015 being the standard, and it's creating a lot of confusion for people. So I kind of want to give you my 2 cents, my perspective as a coach here. And just give you a little bit of insight into what we're talking about. So let's start with the fit model division rules here and the photo of Ashley K on the website from 2015. Okay, and these rules are on NPC News Online, guys. Go there for all of your official rules. This is where you can read stuff, study, learn more. Okay, and basically this is from 2015 Olympia Ashley K. And this, you guys, everybody's looking at this and saying, okay, well, I like that look. I'd like to be that. A lot of bikini competitors looking at that and thinking, oh, I'm pretty close to that these days. I might already even actually be like that. I should just move to fit model. Well, the answer is no. You probably shouldn't do that, in my opinion, because basically anytime the NPC and the IFBB are going to add a new division, they're going to make a strong delineation between these divisions, okay? So you might be looking at this and thinking that that's what you should be doing, but you're a bikini competitor today, right? You're a bikini competitor until, yesterday where they were talking about this, and now you're looking at fit model. But realistically, you've been in the bikini division and the bikini criteria is not changing, okay? So if you are already competing in bikini, you've already been competing in bikini, you've already been pursuing that, you're not necessarily going to be a shoo-in for fit model because it's an entirely different division with an entirely different focus, and the judges will make a very strong delineation with that. When wellness came out in 2020, and it came out and was getting announced, a lot of bikini girls thought, oh, I should be in wellness because I'm a little bit more bottom heavy, I got a little bit more lower body muscle. As soon as that division started playing out, people quickly realized that that was not the case, and they should have stayed in their division, stayed in bikini. They would go to wellness shows, not do well, had to come back, so on and so forth, right? So it is very easy when you're looking at rules, you're looking at videos, you're looking at interpretations, because we're all just interpreting what is going on, because nobody has a crystal ball that sees in the future how things are actually going to place. But I can tell you this. the photos, posted on NPC News Online of Ashley K from 2015 Olympia, this would have been at that time the best in the world, right? So you're looking at the best in the world as the standard, so to speak, for this division. Now that would be like today if all you bikini competitors looked at Laura Lee, who won Olympia this year actually, and you said, okay, well that means that I should have to look exactly like Laura Lee in order to compete. And you see where the flaws begin now in thinking that, okay, just because you're a bikini competitor that might look close to fit model, that means you should move down into that, because it realistically doesn't equate. If you think about it, if this is the standard and Laura Lee's the standard in bikini today and Issa's the standard in wellness, you do not look like those athletes at the regional levels of events, period, okay? That's the best in the world, the top of Olympia. That's the standard for the criteria. But if you go down that ladder, you go down to, lower call-outs at Olympia, you go to call-outs at pro shows, you go to call-outs at nationals, you go to call-outs at regional events that are local to you, you see nobody that looks like Laura Lee or Issa, because there is only one Laura Lee or Issa. So Ashley K, in this absence of having a fit model champion, because we're not there yet, right? It's a new division. We got to go through the whole kind of hierarchy, put it at local regional events, get some new pros, let those pros compete at Olympia, figure out who the champion is. In absence of that, which is going to be, a while down the road, we have this to look at. But again, the standard is the top pinnacle peak. So that means, again, anybody below this, all the regional competitors out there, all of you competing in your local areas, you're going to be seeing far, far less than what you're looking at in these photos at your events, right? Competitors will not show up looking like Ashley K in these photos at regional competitions. Just like at your competitions today and yourself competing, you do not show up at your local competition looking like Laura Lee, okay? So you have to remember the ladder. You have to remember the idea. So if this is supposed to be the standard, and hence the best in the world example, you're going to see a lot that is under that of people bringing all sorts of different things, just like we see on the regional NPC stages as it sits today. So you got to keep that in mind as you look at this, right? Just because you're a bikini competitor and you're like, oh, I think this looks really closer to me, I could go here, I could do that. Realistically, you have to understand there's going to be a big delineation by judging and by callouts and by how things go with this division. They don't even want crossover. They built into the rules that you cannot cross over from wellness or from bikini into fit model at the same competition, right? If you wanted to piggyback play your game, go back and forth, do fit model one comp, try bikini at another, you can do that. But again, they're purposely making this be an introductory division for those people out there that never thought to compete or thought they could or thought that bikini was too extreme, right? For those people out there in the world that look at bodybuilding and they're like, oh yeah, I go to the gym, I enjoy this, but I would never want to have to build my shoulders as much as bikini. I would never want to have to get as lean as bikini. I don't want to spend as much time in the gym as bikini. I don't want to do as much cardio as bikini. I don't want to diet as hard as bikini. Well, they made Fit Model to be that because it has less muscle, it has less condition, and it diverts back to, what bikini kind of started in some ways. But again, we got to keep in mind we're looking at this standard on the website, the best in the world at this point. That is not going to be what we see at the regional level. So at the regional level, we will see a lot of variance. We'll see some athletes that are going to be, a lot less muscular, a lot less conditioned. We'll see some that may come in the opposite effect, right? A lot of bikini competitors may go try Fit Model and they're going to say, nope, this is your bikini physique. Your shoulders are too big. Your abs are too lean. You got too much glute development. Your tie-in's showing a little bit too much. You got to go to bikini, right? And this will happen. So all of you out there that are looking at the rules and the division and this picture and saying like, oh, I already feel pretty close to that. I feel like I've done that into bikini. You're still in bikini. That's still been bikini division. It's still the best division for you because before yesterday, that was what you were training for. That's what you've been doing, right? So for those of you bikini competitors out there trying to figure out what to do, I would say continue competing in bikini. Stay on track. See how the division plays out. See what ends up being placed. See how people end up going. See all that. But if you do move to fit model, right, there are some things you want to note for your competition career. For one, you won't be able to cross over. If you do actually get a pro card in fit model, you cannot, it's not eligible to transfer, right? If you don't know, let's say you become IFBB pro in figure or something of that nature, right? And you did that, and then later down the road, you decide you want to go compete in bikini or try wellness. You can go do that as a pro. It's allowed. In fit model, they've made rules that say you can't do that. You can't go to that point. You can't become a pro and then move in fit model and then move to bikini, so on and so forth, right? Because again, they're making a strong delineation here, you guys. And I know there's a lot of confusion around this, but judges are trying to make a strong delineation, really, in my opinion, saying that this is a intro division for athletes and for people out there that never thought they would compete, didn't want to get to the bikini standard, didn't think that that was something they could do or wanted to do. And now they've made a division where you can still go compete, you can still do that. So again, you just need to really understand those variables, I think, as somebody out there trying to figure it out today. And as we look at the rules, we see literally these things are built into the rules. Full glutes, no visible tie-ins, small round amount of roundness to the delts, but no caps. You know, not conditioned. A core that is in shape but not too conditioned or lean. You know, these things again. It's bikini, but it's not bikini, right? So it's a whole different division. Don't look at fit body as a lesser version of bikini. Look at it as fit model, which is its own division, right? That's really the key. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to be able to understand that. And I would say that this division really has become as a place for new people to come into that have not considered competing before, turned off the idea, and now they have a spot. Or maybe those athletes that compete back when they liked this type of look and they kind of want to go back to that, but they had otherwise left the sport, right? So it does open a new opportunity for a lot of you out there that maybe you haven't decided that, and maybe you've never competed before and now you want to start here. It's a great place to do that. It's going to be a great new division, no doubt. But I do think that a lot of bikini competitors, wellness competitors, looking at this and looking at these pictures, Ashley Kane, you know, kind of going with the idea that that's what you would look like and want to look like. Okay, that's great, but this is the one-off standard of the pictures that we have for now. That, you know, that it doesn't really correlate to what you'll actually be doing on stage at a local level, at a regional level, at a national level, so on and so forth, right? So we will see how this plays out. A very exciting time for this division, for bodybuilding in general, for the female bodybuilding. Very exciting. And I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Do you like the idea of fit model? Do you like where this is going? Do you think that this is a good addition? Do you think it's not? I've seen a ton of very mixed reviews on this edition of this division online, and I would like to know what you think. Comment it down below, and thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not. We got a lot more content coming, more fit model content coming as well. Thank you for watching. Coach Rye is out.